one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
We get this story from Fox 8 Cleveland. The Cleveland Heights police chief is speaking out after the city's mayor was critical of the department and the way officers handled situations involving his wife. Chief Chris Britton released a 4-page statement on Tuesday concerning the matter. Said on Thursday, July 31st, Cleveland Heights Mayor Khalil Sarin held a press conference in the council chamber at City Hall where he spoke for more than an hour, addressing an incident involving his wife, Natalie McDaniel, and which Cleveland Heights police officers responded to the statement reads. They responded to this. He goes on, I tried to attend this press conference, but the mayor barred me from the room, keeping me from directly hearing and responding to what he had to say. With me out of the room, he proceeded to disparage me, the Cleveland Heights police force, and our entire community. Now, the chief said he watched the press conference online and felt it was necessary to address what he said were false accusations, claims, and characterizations made by the mayor. Mayor Khalil Sarin held an hour-long press conference last week to discuss the way officers handled an issue with his wife, who was accused of trespassing into a home. The mayor said his wife was looking for a contractor at the house to ask about flooring. He said she knocked on the door, and then when the door opened, she reached in to close it. He said she never walked inside the house. He said officers detained her for a couple of hours and took her cell phone as part of the investigation. Security video from the home shows Natalie McDaniel outside of the home taking pictures of a sign in the yard that reads, Vote Yes, September 9th, recall Sarin. A Cleveland Heights police report states the homeowner called police to report a woman he did not know had just walked into his home. The homeowner provided a video that shows McDaniel walking onto the front porch. The report further states that the video also shows her reaching for the front door handle from approximately 3 feet away, then disappears from the camera frame. The report adds she was out of the frame of the camera for 17 seconds. Since the matter involves the mayor's wife, the police department asked for an outside investigation. The Cuyahoga County prosecutor's office is now investigating, and there are so many things wrong with what Mayor Sarin had to say that it is hard to know where to begin, the chief's statement reads. The chief added that many of the mayor's statements at the press conference are flat out false and self serving and not in the best interest of the city, and they need to be called out as such. It should also be noted that Mayor Sarin also serves as the safety director for the city. This position effectively places him in a leadership role in connection with the police department. For him to say that he has lost confidence in the police administration is astonishing because for more than 3 years, he has overseen the police department along with myself. During that time, he has never revealed any of these claimed concerns to me or to any other ranking member of the police department. The chief's statement goes on. During the press conference, Mayor Sarin told the press that he was concerned about a troubling pattern of behavior within the police department, and he indicates that there is something deeply wrong with this community and a cultural problem within the division of the police, the statement goes on. So he says, I strongly disagree. The only troubling pattern of behavior I see is the behavior of Mayor Sarin and his wife, which has unfortunately plagued our city with controversy for months. This latest incident with his wife is just another one to add to the list. That's the chief's statement. But he also mentioned another recent incident involving the mayor and his wife. He said, for example, on December 6th of 2024, in an incident that has been highly publicized, Sergeant Jason Mose was filling in as security at City Hall's front desk when he experienced Miss McDaniel's erratic and explosive behavior firsthand. When Sergeant Mose was unable to answer Miss McDaniel's questions to her satisfaction, she proceeded to engage in turbulent and alarming and aggressive behavior in a public place. Instead of addressing his wife's behavior or trying to mediate the situation, Mayor Sarin responded by throwing Sergeant Mose under the bus, instructing the law department to pursue felony charges against him for illegal wiretapping because his body camera was activated during the incident. Wiretapping, that's it's supposed to be on. Sergeant Moses' use of his body camera at the time and place in question was consistent with relevant police policy and procedure. Absolutely. In the same situation, he said, I would have done the same thing. He followed procedure and did nothing wrong. But in return for doing his job, he had his name publicly dragged through the mud, most notably by the mayor, says the chief's statement. Goes on. Fast forward to April of this year, when we received a report from law department staff after discovering that Mayor Sarin's laptop was left in the law department's conference room during a time when an interview was scheduled of an employee who had filed a human resources complaint about the mayor's wife's presence at her behavior at City Hall. It appeared that the laptop was surreptitiously placed and intended to record the private investigative activity in the room. Having the CHPD investigate this allegation would have been a very obvious conflict of interest, so I contacted other outside law enforcement agencies, and the matter was ultimately referred to the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office, where it is now being reviewed. The Fox 8 I team has filed requests for the police body camera video of December 6th incident, but the city has refused to release it, probably the mayor. The I team filed a complaint in the Ohio Court of Claims asking for the video, and the case is still pending. Quote, the mayor's response to the investigation into his wife's recent behavior reveals his true colors, says the chief. He goes on, instead of treating Cleveland Heights police officers like the dedicated public servants they are, Mayor Sarin implied that I and CHPD as a whole are racially biased. There's absolutely no factual basis for any such claim. Again, it is merely an attempt to distract and deflect. Now, the chief added that no one on the department is perfect, but they strive to be. He said, I am proud of each and every member of this department who comes to work each and every day and provides an exceptional level of service. I wear my badge with pride and dignity. The mayor's attempt to publicly denigrate CHPD officers, some by name, only reflects his true nature. It says nothing about the Cleveland Heights Police Department or any individual member. Uh, there's so much he said, she said, he said here is ridiculous. I mean, Cleveland Heights, y'all got a lot of problems. My God, the mayor and the chief at it. Yeah. Um, there are a few questions. I mean, the video they said, okay, this mayor's wife walked into my house. You know, she reaches for the door frame. 17 seconds later, she emerges out. Well, if you think about it, what the mayor said would match the 17 seconds. Knock on the door. Oh, the door opened. Oh, reach in. Hello. Hello. Close the door. That's about 17 seconds. So maybe she didn't go inside, as this guy's claiming. Maybe, he didn't even ask her about it. He just watched the video, she went into my house for 17 seconds. Well, that kind of matches what the mayor's saying, because it would be about 17 seconds. Walk up, knock on the door, go, oh, door. Hello, hello. No, no. Close the door. It's about 17 seconds. Uh, Then you get this other thing where apparently or allegedly the mayor's wife went off on the sergeant, and then he tries to allegedly, this is all alleged by the police chief, tries to get this sergeant for wiretapping because he had his body camera on. That's what he's supposed to do. So it sounds like Cleveland Heights needs both a new mayor and maybe even a new police chief. Sounds like. I don't know. Could be wrong. But definitely the leadership in Cleveland Heights is lacking.